Good morning to me. So Jesus says, unless you change and become like children, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. What does that mean? How can you become like a child? A child is just like an adult, but with less miles on their odometer. Because I remember when I was a child, I thought the same way as I do now. The only thing is now I have more life experience. But the same thought process, the way I process the world, I was the same person inside when I was there, just like here. And most likely, if I live into the future, I'll be the same way. The only thing is I've gained life experience. I'm the same person on the inside. So when Jesus says, unless you become like children, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. Well, this ties in with a previous video, which I mentioned, the 120 years old, where man shall only live to 120 years old because man is evil. And also, I said in a previous video that the way to understand the Bible is you have to flip everything backwards. You have to flip it backwards. And then everything starts to make sense. Exactly because we're living in the house of Satan. And house of Satan, in Satan language, you speak and talk backwards. It's that why the records, they speak backwards and you hear messages from Satan, because it's about being backwards. So if you want to be, you have to understand things, you got to spin stuff backwards. Just like NATO. I don't know if you notice, but if you ever see any kind of conference where there's a NATO conference, it says NATO, OTAN. It's written backwards. Why would you write it backwards? Well, everything is satanic. Everything around you is satanic. God is not, the good God that you think of is not in control. Satan is the God of everything. That's why, and he rules this realm that you're in. So you got to look at everything backwards. So God said, I will limit natural man to 120 years old. Well, it wasn't 120. I will limit natural man to 12 years old because man is good and he has to destroy the good man. And he inserts at around 12 years old, Satan, your body is designed by Satan to accept a demon. You have like a plug. You were designed as a human being to have a plug at the back of your head, just like the Matrix. And that plug, even though you're a child, but that plug doesn't come active until somewhere around 12, because that's when the demon kicks in. So the way you were designed by Satan is your body, soul, just like all the animals that the Creator created, but then you have an extra plug and you're made of demon. There's three parts of you: body, soul, and demon. Yes, in church they say it's spirit, but spirit and demon are the same thing. The only thing is, you think when you hear spirit, you think, oh good, and when you think demon is like, pfft. No, it's the same thing. So you're born of, in this body, you're born with body, soul, and demon. It's why you, just like a beaver, build dams. The thing is, no beaver in the universe builds a Hoover Dam. Is because you're extra special. It doesn't come from a good God. It comes from Satan, because if the Creator wanted you to build a Hoover Dam, he would have done even the beavers. He's like, hey, I just need dams like the Hoover Dam. But no, the Hoover Dam is abomination on creation. All the dams are, the human dams are abomination to creation. Look at all the history. They removed all the dams and the rivers came back to life and the salmon in the ocean came back to life, because the dams of humans is abomination upon creation. So Satan doesn't want you to operate the way the Creator designed you to do. So that's it. That's what he said. Natural man's basically going to be only to 12. Then after that, it's demon, baby, demon. We got to build a new Jerusalem for Satan. Then demons build them. So unless you become like children, that's what Jesus said to you. Unless you're born again without the plug in the back of your head, unless you're born again without the plug to become spiritual, which is demonic, you gotta be just like the other animals, because the other animals are plugged into the Creator. Look at the tsunami in 2004. No animals were killed because they had a direct connection to the Creator. So do you, but it's minimalized because the demon is over talking on the voice of the Creator. The animals don't have that demon. That's why when Jesus said, the demons, hey, let us go into the pigs, and Jesus said, knock yourself out. The animals could not accept the demon. They have no plug, and they're like, what is this crap? I'm going to commit suicide. That's what the pigs said. They went and committed suicide because pigs can swim very well, but they will not accept. They would rather die than accept a demon to be plugged into them. Unlike humans who love Satan. Give me more cars, give me more houses, give me more money, give me more jobs. Yes, it's the riches of this world. That's all demonic. It's all demonic. And humans want it because they're plugged into a demon. So you need to get born again and become as a child, like in that fashion, as a child, because a child has no evil inside of them yet. They don't have evil. They do stupid shit all the time. Yeah, that's what they do. But they're not evil. They don't sit there and plan things out. They don't. They just do stuff on the spot because they're not truly evil. Now, when they become adults, now they start conniving and they fully operational in this machine of the demons. The demon connects them. Oh yeah, baby. We can control this body and do all evil garbage. Yes. So that's what Jesus says. Unless you're born again and then become as children, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. If you're made of three, if you're made of body, soul, and spirit / demon, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. You have to get rid of that spiritual part of you. You got to die to yourself. That's what Jesus said. You have to die to yourself. You have to kill that demon. You got to kill the demon out of you. You got to kill that spirit. You were not designed by the Creator. Wherever the Creator is, you weren't designed by the Creator to be spiritual. You were designed to be on this planet, just like an animal, to have a body and a soul. And it said, you go into the trees and eat the fruit. It didn't say, you go build Hoover dams. No, it doesn't say, you go toil the earth. No, it doesn't say that. It just says, you go into the garden of earth and eat the fruits of the trees. There was no, oh, go till the ground, man. Go till, no. That's not, work is not for you. Work comes from Satan. Because that's when the Garden of Eden took over. The Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden, you became a slave to Satan. It made you body, soul, and spirit, or demon, because you work, and it says, yeah, you're like gods now, you're building Hoover dams, but guess what? It's called work. You got to go work on the Hoover Dam. You got to go till the land. Forget going to the trees, eating the fruits. Go till the land. And that's why, because people still back then were like, forget tilling the land. We're supposed to go up into the trees. Okay, we're going to cut down all the trees. Now go toil into the land. No, you guys are, okay, from now on, that's it. We're done. No more humans. Up to 12 years old, then the demon kicks in, and that'll put an end to you going to the trees and eating the fruit. Now you're going to go into the fields and toil the ground. That's what that is. Unless you become like children, you're not going to make it into the kingdom of Jesus, the kingdom of heaven. And it's not in heaven. It's here. The kingdom of heaven is here. The garden of earth. Garden of earth.